Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On first down is Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 5. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 9 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Detroit!
Here comes the D swarming to the line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Returning, it's Benjamin. They'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Now Gordon on first down. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, look at 56. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll drop to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green. All right, now look at 57. Gone. Set. Green, 39.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. He's to the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Green, 39.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Play clock winding down. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
This is Matthews. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now back to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Point after now from Sturgis. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shifts by him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Mahomes to throw on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They start the drive with Matthews. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll set up a throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyrell Williams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking for Kelsey on the deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
All right, here we go.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Back to Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Sturgis able to knock it through. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to take over. At the 31-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
I got 86. I got 86. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue line. Formation. Come on, boys. Come on.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Watch 89. Watch 89. Set. 319. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Amaro's got it, left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing. No. Check. Patriots.
They go play fake. Mahomes being chased out left. They're going deep for Hill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So we've reached halftime here in Carson with the Chargers on top. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Meanwhile, down in Glendale, and early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, LA! Melvin Gordon, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. That's fielded in the end zone. A beautiful fake. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Just shy of the end zone at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
But for a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets into the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench. Call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
Matthews will try and get him in. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Tyreek Hill set to return it. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Here we go now. Everyone's got 4 down.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Eight yards to go here on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He won't go down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Mahomes to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Here's Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the kick by Butker is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
They'll try the right side this time, here with Gordon. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
All right, here we go.
Following the penalty, here's Matthews. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Matthews. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
On the counter, it's Matthews. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A 1st down carry for Matthews, and he's going to take this one down to the 25. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
And a handoff to Matthews. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. One man in the backfield is Gordon. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Matthews. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And it's the Seahawks who have scored again to open up that lead. A win would be their first of the young season. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. Gets around him. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
No. Check.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Leopard.
Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Check. Back to the Philly. Here we go.
One final try from Mahomes. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the home team here, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from Southern California.